Ladies and gentlemen, and we're live. How's everyone?
I was fully invested. Why did you stop?
Hey everyone, welcome to issue 14 of the Sourcewall. Welcome back. Sorry we were away last week, but things happen. Today, there's 3 of us more than last time. You got Nova.
Oh, hey.
We've got We Read Comics Too.
Yo, yo, yo.
And
hello.
You've got myself, the Outlaw Red Hood.
Ooh,
wearing a Batman hat. How's everyone doing?
Good.
Good Red Hood hat.
Yes, we're good. How's our 2 audience members? Because we appreciate you 2 members that come every week and see us.
Yeah.
So yes.
So
but yeah. Where are we starting?
We are starting with some Captain Marvel news.
Oh yeah.
Some good Captain Marvel news. They've actually started production now.
Ooh,
surprisingly,
okay.
It's weird. I thought they already started, but they've officially started now.
Okay.
And we've got some recurring characters coming back, and I'm pretty happy about that.
Me too. Oh yeah.
So we got Ronan coming back.
Ronan the Accuser.
Yep, Ronan the Accuser. And Gorath, his sidekick.
I was just going to say, real quick, Ronan the Accuser was really underused in Guardians of the Galaxy.
He was so underused.
He's such a badass character. Like, he can do, he's the kind of character that can do, like, not Galactus, but almost like Ronan the Accuser doesn't need Thanos to kind of handle.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? He's a badass character.
Yeah. I was surprised at that.
Yeah.
They made him bare comical as well. Like, he was trying to be hella serious, and then they just ended up making him really comical, and all that. No, but he's like a proper bad man. Like, he's a proper fuck up your whole family and your planet bad man.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's Ronan the Accuser. So hopefully, this time around we'll be like, the mainstream fans will be like, oh my god, I had no idea he was such a tyrant.
Yeah. No, the first time he was in Guardians of the Galaxy, and he was talking back to Thanos, I thought there might be a little something between them, like later on in the film. But it was pretty disappointing.
They weren't gonna have Thanos do anything. That he's in that chair.
Yeah,
he ain't getting off that chair until it's time.
Soon it will be time.
Who else?
Soon. So Gorath is coming back. That guy. Well, I really can't pronounce his name, man. Is
Jaimon.
That's it. Jaimon
Honso.
That's it. Yeah. So he's back. And my favorite news, Agent Coulson is back. Hell yeah.
Yeah. You can't kill that man. Like, Agent Coulson doesn't die.
Captain Marvel's going to be set like in the 90s, so technically.
Yeah. He'll probably have hair, or a lot more hair than he does now.
It'll be very it's very convenient to have him back, because like anything set in the past. I mean, even if they were to do a flashback in any of the other MCU movies, they could have Coulson in any of them, as long as
true.
Yeah, true.
The only thing is though, because it's got to do with the Skull Kree War.
Yeah.
In Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., he kind of seemed like he didn't know anything about the Kree. So there's that. I'm not sure how they're gonna put him in the movie, and if it's a prequel.
I'm not taking any, because I think Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. is.
Bruv, no. I hate. Do you know what? I hate when people say that.
Wait, let me see.
The only people who don't like it, are people who only watch the first 2 episodes or even the first season, and they're like, "Nah, this was rubbish, man."
Not fine.
Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. has been sick, bruv.
I'm just gonna say, all right, okay, I'll shut up. I haven't watched it. How's the continuity? No. How's the continuity? Before I even voice my opinion, how's the continuity between Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. and the rest of the MCU movies?
It's pretty good actually. The only thing is, obviously, the Avengers don't know he's still alive. No big deal. They don't know everything that's going on. There has been one or two other things, but it's not. I can't even think of it right now. But it's not even something that major. It's just that they kind of go away from, because at the first season, the first and second season, on the mid-season finale, it had something to do with Thor: Dark World, and then the next one.
Watched that season.
Yeah, and then the next one had to do with what was it? Not Civil War. Winter Soldier. And the whole fall down of Shield. So yeah, Shield's non-existent in the movies, but they don't even tell any stories about Shield in the movies anyway. So at a background, Shield is kind of coming back up in the underground kind of thing. So again, it's not. You can still watch it, and you know it doesn't have to have the continuity.
It's cleverly done.
It is cleverly done, definitely. But yeah, I mean, the last two seasons. Last season was with Ghost Rider. Obviously, everyone loved that. This season was a lot more to do with the Kree and the futures kind of stuff. And now they're kind of back, and other things are going on there. It's been good, man. I've loved it.
Maybe they Men in Blacked his ass.
Well, yeah, could have, or he.
I
could
like where
be
this is going. I like where this is going.
I'm more interested to see who's a Skrull, because I got a feeling Mr. Jackson spoke something, you know.
Oh.
On his Instagram, he showed a picture of himself. Well, spoilers, obviously, but in his Instagram, he showed himself in makeup, and he's got like a green paste on his face. Half of his face is. So yeah, I don't know whether he's.
How many of the MCU characters have been Skrulls all along? We're just like.
Do you know what? I was watching. I think it was. I can't even remember what it was. Probably Collider, and someone said it would be good if Black Widow was a Skrull.
Yeah, that'd be sick.
Because
it'd be sick.
At the end of Winter Soldier, when she left, she gave them all the secrets and all that, and then she walked off. She said she was going to go with Nick Fury, and then she came back. And when she came back, it was like nothing happened, kind of thing. Everything was like hunky dory and back to normal. Yeah. So I think that would be pretty sick.
Yeah,
that would be good.
It can't be Hawkeye.
No, you know, just with seconds before you even said it, I was thinking it would be lame if it was Hawkeye, because really, come on,
he's not making it, unfortunately, in the next couple of weeks that to come.
We heavily digress.
Yeah.
No spoilers. What's next?
Who else is on the
So yeah, that's it. So we know Jude Law is going to be Marvel. Samuel Jackson, obviously, is Nick Fury, and Brie Larson. So yeah, I'm actually looking forward to this film. And if you viewers want to catch up or know something about Captain Marvel, I would recommend her first appearance as Carol Danvers, Marvel Superheroes Volume 1, Issue 13. The birth of Miss Marvel was Captain Marvel Volume 1, Issue 18. Now that one was obviously with Marvel as Captain Marvel, so you can pick that up. Miss Marvel Volume 1 from 1977, Issue 1 to 23. Avengers Annual Volume 1, Issue 10. That one's a pretty good one, actually, because that's the first appearance of Rogue. And I know you remember, Kay, when in the animated series they had that episode where she stole her powers.
Stole it, locked her in her brain. That was banging.
Yeah, that was a good episode.
Banging.
That was back when Carol Danvers was like a D-list superhero.
Yeah, exactly.
And I remember one time, I think me and my brother like kind of didn't know much about Miss Marvel, so we Googled her, or whatever it was, we Yahoo'd her probably.
Wow.
And she, back in the day, before she's like big as she is now, back in the day, she was a really tragic superhero. She did not have a good life. She was like Jessica Jones before Jessica Jones.
Yeah.
I feel like Rogue did her a favor.
Yeah, for real.
Unfortunately.
Yeah, because before Rogue got to her, she was just a tragic superhero. If you,
there's some very weird stories about questionable stories. Very questionable, in fact. Yeah. And then her first appearance as Captain Marvel was a 2012 issue of Avenging Spider-Man issue 9.
Yeah.
And then the latest Captain Marvel comics, they've been so that's Captain Marvel Volume 8, issues 1 to 15. Let's pick up some comics if you can. Some of them will probably be hard to find, but
hunt for them. If you want them, you'll get them. Okay.
Get you some graphic novels.
Do the hard work. Put in the work. Damn it.
Yep.
What's next here?
So speaking of Marvel movies, there's a rumor going about. I don't know how to feel about this though.
I honestly don't care.
Hey, well, anyway, so.
I'll just be real, man.
Yeah, go.
All right, so for those of you who did watch the actual Infinity War trailer, it was pretty sick anyway. But speaking of Infinity War, there's a list of characters that a website has, and apparently they have someone playing Silver Surfer. So tasty news. I think I don't know if it. I hope it's true, and I hope it's like just probably an end scene or something.
It's probably it might be because
it will be sick.
It will be sick if he shows up at the end. He's like, scouting the Earth, and he comes up to someone and is like, "My Lord Galactus is coming." Boom, end credits, done.
It'll be good if, like, I don't know, him and Adam Warlock just turn up just randomly. Because I don't know why everybody's just not wondering who Adam Warlock is. I'm thinking, are we just not talking about this because I feel like Adam Warlock is an integral part because I feel like he's got one of the Infinity Stones, and I'm just like, well, go on for this.
When Volume 2 of Guardians of the Galaxy came out, some of my friends had seen it, and then they came back and they were like, but there was this one bit in the end credit scene that I didn't get, and I was like, what? Well, explain it to me. Maybe I don't care about the spoiler. And like, well, they were like, there's this gold woman, because I hadn't seen it yet. So this gold woman was talking about she's raising somebody called Alex, and I was like, and even me myself, I forgot who Alex Warlock was. I was like, I couldn't think who it was. It wasn't until I had gone home, like at some point, because I was watching Avengers: Earth's Mightiest Heroes, and I was like, oh snap, Alex Warlock.
Adam.
No, I loved it. Go on.
I don't know why I was saying Alex.
You met an Alex today. It's cool. Don't worry about it.
You playing Alex the Kid today or something?
I was speaking about Alex the Kid today as well. That's the thing. I think that's where it came from.
There we go. It's all right. But yeah,
sorry,
Adam.
It's been a
Adam
long
Warlock,
day. I've had a long, horrible day. That's besides the point. Professional. Sorry. They were talking about this woman. She was saying that she's raising someone called Adam, and I couldn't figure out who it was until I had gone home, watched Avengers cartoon, and then we were like, oh, Adam Warlock. So then I went back and explained to them. But even at the time, I had forgotten who Adam was. If that makes sense. Point that I'm trying to make before I got this whatever is that a lot of the mainstream fans don't know who Adam Warlock is.
Yeah,
everybody knows like a Spider-Man or a Batman or anything obvious like that. You're not gonna know who Adam Warlock is. So that's why. Alex,
I know, but
man.
I'm thinking like that's his twin brother. But I'm thinking, yeah, if Silver Surfer comes at the end, that's regardless wherever Silver Surfer comes in, like it's gonna be one of them drops popcorn, throws Coke on the person in front of you moment. But then I'm just like, are you gonna put Adam in there as well? Like maybe is he coming to save Doctor Strange and them two doing some like mystification thing, or you know what I mean? I'm just like this is more exciting than people understand, and people are dying like R.I.P. Hawkeye from now in it. Like I'm just letting you know. I'm letting you know.
I don't know.
Like Red Wedding.
Yeah. They should. Yeah, you're right. They should have him in, but I think the chances of them putting him in, especially since he was at the end of Guardians 2, I don't think there'll be that much. I think if they developed him a bit more at the end of Guardians 2, then there would be a possibility. There still probably is a possibility of him coming in, but I just don't think a lot of people would know who he is when he does come in. You'll have the fanboys. It'll probably be like when we first saw Thanos at the end of Avengers. It'd be like, oh, people will be. Yeah, everybody was like, who's that purple guy?
Yeah.
But I think a lot more people would know who Silver Surfer is, and because of
the last movie, the last Fantastic Four movie as well. Not the last
exactly. Yeah. Because of that, people will know who that is, and the fanboys will be like, "Well, I thought Fox had the rights."
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. I'm sorry. Are we now saying that? Are we now saying that it's a possibility to have that Fantastic Four?
I think anything is a possibility because one, they are in the middle of buying them. Two, they've already done deals where they've had characters who, like, they're doing Skrulls, for instance. They never had Skrulls before. They did Ego the Living Planet, and they did a deal for him. You know, it's a big possibility. And sorry, one more thing. Silver Surfer in Thanos, the Thanos series that I just finished reading, he was sick. He was sick, and he used to be my favorite character back in the day. So I, for one, would be really happy if he just turned up.
I would love to see Nova. I need to see Nova. If you're gonna bring Silver Surfer in, I kind of need to see Nova and Fire Lord. Just them two. I beg. Like just them little.
Yeah.
But I need to see Nova. I need to see her and her flaming hair and like her like little love triangle with Fire Lord and Silver Surfer. And I just need to see it just once, please. Come on.
Frankie was in place, right?
What's that?
What was the name? Frankie? Wasn't Nova Frankie something? What was it? Did she have like a Earth name? I can't remember. Never mind.
Frankie Reyes.
Yeah, Frankie Reyes.
Yeah.
That was Nova, isn't it?
Yeah, she was one of Galactus's
heralds. One of his heralds.
Right?
Yeah, I remember.
Yeah.
I remember she had a brief thing with the Human Torch, I think.
That'd be pretty sick if it was her and Silver Surfer that came in.
Yeah. That's what I'm saying. Please, come on now. Come on.
What I think would be cool would be if so you got Thanos just tearing ass in Infinity War, and then wherever they handle that, some Avengers are dead, and then Silver Surfer comes at the end. And he's like, "Yeah, Galactus is coming," and then before there's even like a moment to breathe. The next Avengers movie, they got to take on Galactus. Like, how sick would that be?
So this would be after they've beaten Thanos, or
Thanos has been dealt with. Some Avengers are dead.
No,
but they're just straggling along. Fox has the rights to X characters, and then Silver Surfer's like, yeah, Galactus in it, and then
but the thing is,
take on Galactus.
No, but the thing is, they've got Nebula, and in the comics, Nebula takes the Infinity Gauntlet. She takes it. So they could do that.
I think they're gonna. I don't think it's gonna be Nebula. I think it's gonna be Gamora, because it just seems like Gamora's because obviously from what we've seen, I think that's. For those of you that don't know, we actually want to talk about the Infinity War trailer, but we can't because someone doesn't watch trailers no more.
It's not that I don't watch trailers no more. I'm not watching this trailer. This is, you know what? I'm not going into this movie to be like seeing it. I want it to be fresh to death.
Do you know what? I do wish I was like that. I do wish. Coming with fresh eyes. But...
Come on, Thanos has been teased for what, 10 years? I ain't trying to see all that in the trailer. You lot can see all that in the trailer.
I could not see it. I was just like, this is banging.
I saw the first trailer, and when he deboed Iron Man, I was like, kind of wish I saw that in the cinema. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I really wish I saw that in the cinema, because I would have been like, ooh, you know, when you're in the
true.
I saw that in the trailer. Anything else? I haven't even watched the Deadpool 2 trailer as well. I've left that.
Oh, that was pretty sick.
That was fucking hilarious.
Yeah, well, yeah, you guys can keep.
We're gonna talk about that anyway, but just carry on.
Yeah. So anyway, Silver Surfer, sick character. Hope he's in it. Hope they got the rights. If they got the rights, that's some good news. Possibility of Galactus. Possibility of the Fantastic Four. Possibility of some madness coming in the galactic side of Marvel.
Everybody's dying.
Cinematic universe.
No,
Right,
people. I need you to understand.
Moving on.
Sorry.
No, we're
Last
moving
point.
on.
People are gonna die. Go ahead.
Right. Yeah.
So if you're into Silver Surfer like I was when I was a young'un, I recommend you read Fantastic Four issue number 48. Annihilation. There was that Annihilation event. Silver Surfer had a 4-issue miniseries, but I'll just recommend reading the whole Annihilation series because that was pretty dope. You got a 2007 4-issue miniseries called Requiem from J. Michaels Straczynski. And one of my favorite artists as well at the moment is Esad Ribic, pretty sick artist, and also 2014 Volume 7 Silver Surfer, which was at the beginning of Marvel Now by Dan Slott and Mike Allred. So yeah, those are some decent ones to catch up on.
We're always telling you guys to read things. You know what? If you don't want to read it, fine. Go and watch the 90s. Go and watch the 90s Silver Surfer cartoon because go watch yourself the 90s Fantastic Four cartoon because he was in there as well. Just go do some research.
Yeah, just stay in the 90s. The answers are all there. You know what I mean? It's good.
It's been there for you. You don't have to read the comics if you don't want to. There's some visual stuff as well for you people that are illiterate. It's fine.
So moving on.
I'm playing people, but the cartoons are there as well. Because sometimes I'd rather just watch the cartoons. Anyway,
moving on to some more Marvel news. We was kind of talking about it before we came on air, but what the hell is going on with Fox, man? What the hell is going on? So
what is going on with
Dark
Fox?
Phoenix and the New Mutants is being pushed back again.
Right. As I was saying before we came on. So
okay. You're like, so I'm happy because you already know that Dark Phoenix is going to be trash. Yeah. And New Mutants kind of looks like a horror film, trying to be a horror film. I'm not about it. Trash. It's going to be trash.
Oh, that's one of the reasons why they've postponed New Mutants. Apparently, that's one of the reasons anyway. So basically, it's a horror film. The director done the film, but what Fox wants to do is make it even more of a horror film. So it was a bit scary, but it's not really scary. So apparently, what they're doing is reshooting up to 50% of the film and adding just throw
in the film start again, isn't it?
Yeah, pretty much. And also adding 1 or 2 new characters, but it's not like 1 or 2 side characters. Apparently, it's 1 or 2 main characters in there as well. So
I don't care.
Man, I shouldn't care. I really shouldn't care. But
he's like, I'm invested.
I'm just waiting for a good X-Men film. That's all I'm doing.
I'm sorry. Until Disney gets hold of it, we're not getting it.
It's not coming.
It's
do you know Fox and DC are in bed together because they're just producing bare trash. That's all it is.
DC's problem is, I can't even bother to go into that. But on the Fox side of things, on the Fox side of things, and even Sony to a degree. Look, we were talking about. Was it yesterday? We were talking about this. Because you were saying that you're like basically in hope that these movies will be good.
I tweeted out. I said I always have a biased hope of X-Men films. I love the whole X-Men franchise, but I've yet to see a good film.
My thing is, I enjoyed some of these movies. I enjoyed Days of Future Past for what it was, but I know that wasn't Days of Future Past. See, look at your face. Look at your face. And you know, I agree with that face.
I know.
And I agree with the face. And I remember, do you know what? I was like, all right, that was all right. Like, it was an enjoyable cinematic trip, but it wasn't. But it wasn't like great X-Men. I could have a whole episode of The Source Wall about how much I couldn't stand Mystique in that movie. But anyway, slightly moving on. At the end, where you've got young Apocalypse back in ancient Egypt times, all doing his. Do you know what I mean? I was excited. I was like, oh my God, they're doing Apocalypse. I couldn't wait. I was so excited. Then they released what he would look like. I'm like, and even before I heard anyone say it on like social medias or anything, I was like, ain't that the guy from Power Rangers? And then in the trailer, you see him grow big, and it looks like he's about to punch Xavier. Then you see the movie. You see the movie, and that's in his. I'm like, and not only that, he doesn't do anything. There was nothing apocalyptic about that guy.
He didn't do nothing. And that side story about Quicksilver being in Magneto's
rubbish.
Anyway,
because then he finally has his opportunity. Like Magneto, he shut down. He was like, you know what? I'm just gonna live my life as normal as I possibly can, raise a family. Then his friends turn on him, kill his daughter, and he's like, okay, I've got nothing to live for. Let me go and work with this Apocalypse guy as one of his horsemen. Cool. Apocalypse gets taken down. Magneto was there doing, and why is it Magneto was the villain at the end of the movie? Anyway.
It's just trash.
Then he's there doing his magnetism thing where he's about to collapse the Earth or whatever, where it's take it off its magnetic axis or whatever. And is it Mystique who comes, who should be the villain for whatever reason, but isn't? She's the hero. Like,
she's been the hero since.
Like, hey, Magneto, come on. It's like, hey, Magneto, it's cool, guy. Come on down. Like, we'll talk about it. No, I've got no reason to live. No, it's cool. I'm your family. We're all your family. Check out this guy. He's got something to say. I don't know you. I don't know you, but you seem like a cool guy. Come down. And then he's like, all right, kid, I don't know who's my son biologically, but
I don't know. Nobody knows.
I'm not gonna swear, but I cannot stand that movie.
Nah, like, I understand you wanted to hang on. There's always a possibility someone's like, actually, you know what? Let me just do the blueprint from a comic or from the 90s TV show, something that just resonates with some sort of fluidity. But it never comes. Like, from when you're trying to do a mutant movie as a horror movie, just fucking throw away the whole film in it. And then Dark Phoenix, there's nothing dark about this bitch. Like, all I see is Sansa in it. Like, I'm just like dead. Like, you could have put the big woman. That's the thing. Like, if they had made these characters big women or big people, you might have had a chance, because then you have to deal with big issues. But they're making them into kids, and I'm like,
I mean, that's one thing I don't really mind that much. What pees me off is that they do them as kids, but then it's 10 years later and they're still bloody kids and they're not grown or anything. So
they're like Simpsons, like no one.
It's just crazy. But I mean,
can anyone see that?
Hang
on a sec.
Let it go.
Oh, you saw it? Can you see that? Just let it go. Is that focusing?
Okay.
Just about. Well,
let it go.
Anyway, so let's.
I think they pushed it back because it's just something that I don't have to then be disappointed about. But
I think they pushed it back because they've looked at it, they know that it's shit, and they want to do it again. So and that's. I wouldn't have minded if that was for New Mutants, because all right, fair enough. They got their head around stuff and they want to improve it. But then a few months later, because that was old news, a few months later, now they're saying that they want to do Dark Phoenix. But the main reason, which is understandable, I mean, every film goes for reshoots or certain things after they've done a screening, But I think the main problem with Dark Phoenix is that a lot of the actors are busy, so that's why they had to put the schedule further back. because they have to shoot later in the year, and then obviously with the shoots they got to do the effects, and that's going to still take a couple months. So that's why Dark Phoenix is pushed to the 14th of February now, and New Mutants is now in August. So
I have a question for Fox. I don't know if you will ever see this. You probably ever won't. But I have a question for you. Do you know that we're talking about you? And I don't mean us, the source wall. I mean comic book fans. We're talking about you.
Yeah,
that's why they do. You lot are horrible at this. Just give it back. Give it
back. Yeah, just mail it back and just be like, sorry, I'm sorry, and then all right, cool. Let's move on.
There are memes about you. Like, come on now. Nobody wants to be a meme. Come on.
Oh my days. Okay, what's next? Because we can talk about it all day.
Deadpool, right?
So yeah. Deadpool. Fox again.
Right.
So the news is that due to creative differences, FX and Donald Glover and Stephen Glover and Marvel Television, they've agreed to part ways and not do this animated series anymore.
You man are dickheads. You're dickheads. Like, you're unbelievable dickheads. Like, because I can't even fathom right now, because I read the fucking script that like my man put on Twitter in it, and I was like, this is fucking hilarious.
Yeah, so basically the network said that they tried to say that the Glover brothers are busy, and that's pretty much one of the reasons why they've parted ways and creative differences. But then Donald Glover tweeted that he's not busy, basically.
Yeah, and he's like, set the record straight. I have time to do this.
I have time, and he's actually finished the script and sent a copy of the final episode with which you can actually read if you can look up and read, and it actually does sound pretty dope. It really does sound really good.
Hilarious! It's so much joke, and it's like rude and dirty, and
do you know what I was gonna say?
Over 21. Like,
this is my theory. My theory is that, and I knew this is. I already knew before you said it. I knew. Donald Glover wanted to do Deadpool. He wanted to do Deadpool animated. That's basically what it was. But these lot are like, oh, but it's a cartoon. We need to tone it down. And that's, I'm telling you, we won't find out unless I ask Donald Glover. I'll call him up later and find out. But that's what it was. He wanted to do Deadpool animated. Yeah, lewd, crude, just Deadpool. You know what Deadpool's like. He wanted to have the blood, the guts, the cancer all over the body, the talking to the breaking the fourth. He wanted to do Deadpool.
Yeah. And
Fox or someone, most likely Fox, was like, but it's a cartoon. You know, we might want kids to watch it.
Yeah.
I'm telling you. I'm telling you.
Oh, that's like...
We're talking about you, Fox.
How are you going to ask kids to watch Deadpool? Because you go to the cinema and you can't watch Deadpool as a child because it's doing all sorts, taking shots up the arse from his girl, like getting burned and incinerated alive. Like, what? Just let the man do Deadpool. Can we live?
Yeah.
Atlanta,
they wanted to tone it down.
No, you can't tone down Deadpool. That's like asking to tone down Spawn. Like, it's just...
I think it's something bigger, because the script that I think they're just scared of what he's going to do. Because if you read the script as well, I'm not going to say anything about it, but if you read the script, it's really, really edgy. And I think there's certain people that probably wouldn't like it in a political sense as well. But, you know, I don't know, man. It's very disappointing. Very, very disappointing. And I would like to know what the real reasons are, because Fox is trying to say one thing, Glover's coming out with another thing, and you know, he's even got this.
And that must be really awkward as well, because like they're telling you can't do this show, but then you have a show on Fox. And it's like, well,
yeah, exactly. I mean,
like, God for that.
You know, that's the thing. So whether it's Fox or Marvel, or you know, because Marvel has had, I don't think it's that much of a rights issue like with the films, because Marvel do have their own cartoons, like the Spider-Man cartoon, and Deadpool's in that. They've done
have you seen Deadpool in that?
Yeah. I saw one episode. I didn't like that.
I think he was only in one episode, and that wasn't Deadpool. I mean, it was in the no.
No, it wasn't. It wasn't. But they did do. They did do
justify it wasn't.
But they did do the Hulk. What was it? Hulk versus Wolverine, and Deadpool was in that.
Yeah, that was Deadpool. That was Deadpool.
Yeah.
See, this is my thing. That Marvel did that, so that means Marvel wasn't the problem. It's Fox.
Yeah.
Fox have got issues. Fox have got issues with fucking Deadpool, fucking Rick and fucking Thingbobby, and
because you know what?
Upset.
Why? You know we'll get to that, but it's because they can't handle Rick and Morty. Fox can't handle Rick.
No, Rick and Morty's the one, you know.
They can't handle that.
They can't handle shit. They can't handle Dark Phoenix, New Mutant. They can't handle nothing.
Give the rights back.
We better just move on. Let's move on. What's next?
Yeah. So this was old. It's kind of old news. It's supposed to be on last week, but Ava DuVernay, who just recently directed the film. What was it called?
Twinkle in something.
Wrinkle in Time.
There we go. Twinkle. I'm still not well, so I'm like twinkle in the eye.
You know, you didn't say Alex. Where that came from?
We're gonna start calling you Alex now.
Oh, I don't know where that came from.
She has been hired to direct the New Gods movie, which may or may not be part of the DC universe.
No, actually, no. Fine, cool. No, because we discussed it last when me and Rich did the one
week before last. Yeah,
that if DC was to do this, I think it would be good if they just let people know this is what they're doing. If they're gonna do Elseworlds, just sneeze.
No, it's a cough. I don't want to cough on the thing. You got.
If they're gonna do Elseworld movies, I think it's a great idea because it's something Marvel hasn't touched on. I just think if DC are gonna do this, and it looks like this is what DC wants to do, let the fans know so that they're not hating on you for because it looks like it looks a mess. It looks a mess. So just let us know, and then we'll be like,
DC in it. Yeah.
It's only because fans who kind of can put two and two together will know better. But for everyone mainstream, it just looks a mess. So why are they doing these DC movies if it isn't part of the DCEU? I don't understand.
Yeah, I mean, she was supposed to actually do Black Panther as well. She was hired to do that, but they parted due to creative.
There's always some creative in it. There's always some creative differences as long.
Yeah, I mean, it depends what she does as well. Whether she does something new, because I'm not familiar with the Fourth World and the old school Jack Kirby's New Gods. I'm not 100% on it, but I've been reading Mr. Miracle lately, and based on that, that's getting me into it.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I think what she was tweeting about Big Barda and Big Barda as well. So,
but it helps that she's a geek as well. Like, it's not like she's coming into it as like I'm a director and I've done stuff. She's an actual like full-bodied geek. Like she's into the culture.
She's a proper geek though, because I hate when you get directors or even actors that say, "Oh yeah," because
Yeah, that's why
I don't read a comic
they used to watch it. No, not even that. It's the ones that watched it when they were 10 and then turned 11 and stopped.
Yeah.
You know those ones. So I've always been a fan of such as no, you weren't.
No, you have not.
You know when you're a kid and you watch anything and everything because it's animated. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And it's those actors that drive me nuts. It's the ones that are honest about not reading the comics. I prefer them.
Yeah.
They'll go and do their research, but it's the ones that come and say, "Oh, I used to watch this." Yeah, you used to, but you didn't stick with it.
Yeah.
Geek life is a culture. It's a whole thing. Like, you live it.
It's a lifestyle.
You live it.
Look at
it. So I don't know. Depending on what she talks about, because it can get really deep, I think as well. And I don't know. I kind of do prefer that it kind of did have something to do with the DC universe, universe in a sense, just so we have something to kind of cling on to, so you don't have to when they actually do come into the DC universe, you don't have to go back and describe it again or
remake. prequel. Yeah, all of that shit. Yeah.
What I'm going to go into, because I'm waiting for this to happen. This is all like a mainstream fan thing again. When in Justice League, Darkseid was mentioned, and like briefly, and people have no idea who Darkseid is. And then these people that are going to the cinema, basically what I'm saying is, when Darkseid is put out there that he's going to be in the movie, it's going to look so bad on DC. It's going to be like they're copying Marvel. Because he looks so much like Thanos, and people aren't going to know any better. And I want to just let you people know right now, Marvel ripped off Darkseid
and Metron.
And Metron. Marvel ripped them off. Yeah, Darkseid came first. Thanos came afterwards. It was someone in Marvel who said, well, if you're going to rip off
they even said the makers even admitted it themselves.
Yeah, they admitted it. They even said, if we're going to rip off one of the new gods, make sure it's the best one. So they just shaped Thanos to look like Darkseid. That's what. So when you see Darkseid in the movies, it's not DC trying to copy. They're just keeping it real.
It's too late. That's too late. The seeds have already been sown. The seeds have already been sown, isn't it?
No, I'm defending this because I love Darkseid. He's like my favorite villain next to the Joker. I will not stand for it.
Don't listen to him. He's pumping out wrong information. Don't listen to him.
Lord Darkseid, he just stands like this as well.
Yeah,
because he's all about that. He's serious. He's just weird. Anyway, what's the next?
Yes.
So yeah, I mean, get into it. Get into your new gods and the fourth world and all that kind of mythology. You can read Jack Kirby's New Gods, Volume 1 to 11 from 1971 to 1978. Jack Kirby's Mr. Miracle, Volume 1 from 1971. Jerry Conway's New Gods, that's the continuation from Jack Kirby's New Gods. So that one starts from issue 12 to 19. And then Jack Kirby again, Volume 2, issue 1 to 6. That was a short-lived one. And then Walt Simonson's Orion, Volume 1, issue 1 to 25. So I'm going to have to read some of those myself. So
on the animated series as well. So I'm giving you some animated stuff. I'm helping you guys watch Superman the animated series. Oh, and Justice League animated series as well.
Yeah,
for some of those new gods.
I will co-sign that because they're the only things from DC that are actually great.
Oh, and what's
it?
The animated movie. The animated movie of.
Am I lying?
You're gonna start a war here, man.
I know, right? Oh my days.
Wait, what happened? I didn't hear.
No, it's fine. You don't need to hear it. You don't need to hear it.
You know, I'm gonna watch this back later, right?
Anyway, Constantine joining DC's Legends of Tomorrow if it gets renewed.
I'm actually happy about that because
I'm not happy about that as well, man.
I didn't watch the show because was it released over here?
Well, Constantine. I don't know.
I didn't take the time to watch it online, so
I watched it. Yeah.
Did we?
But I heard it was good.
It was decent. It was pretty good.
Yeah.
It just needed a bit more time, I think.
Yeah.
It really did just need a bit more time, but
from what I saw when he featured in Arrow, he was really, really good. The actor was good. He played him well. He was portrayed really well. So for him, and it was a shame that his show got cancelled. So if he's going to be in Legends, it was awesome for him to still be in the show and awesome news. Whatever.
Yeah, I mean, he has been in a few episodes this season, which is pretty good, and he has been pretty good. It kind of does not center around him, but centers around things that he knows about. It's gone kind of into the spiritual realm this season, so he has been popping up every now and again, and he's pretty sick, man. He is really good, so I'm looking forward to seeing a lot more of him. And they've actually got Wally West in these episodes now as well.
I heard he's there.
So I really like
tonight.
Yeah, he is. I mean, I like what they do. They know what they are, and they know what type of show that they're doing. So
that show, it doesn't take itself seriously. So
exactly
why it works. Is why it works.
Yeah. So I mean, watch that if you can, man. If you want to read about Constantine, pick up Swamp Thing Volume 2, issue 37. I think that was his first appearance. And Hellblazer from Volume 1 pretty much, and up until now. So from 1988, got quite a bit of reading to do. It's pretty good. So quick news about Justice League. Unfortunately, it's the lowest grossing movie in the DC news. Yeah.
Are we surprised? No, we're not.
No. So it finished at 547,924,000, pretty much. Batman v Superman was ahead of it. Wonder Woman, Suicide Squad, Man of Steel. It did badly. Very badly.
That's not good.
So, yep. Moving on.
No. Next. Yeah, like, What's next?
Death of Superman, the animated series. They've released a sneak peek, which is that looks actually pretty good. Looks really good. Yeah, there's a sneak peek of it.
Oh.
They're doing 2 films, the Death of Superman and the Reign of Superman.
Yeah.
The Death should be out later on this year. And I think the Reign may be out next year. So, yeah. So,
I'm looking forward to that.
Yeah, after watching that, yeah, I'm looking forward to it as well.
Well, because they did Superman. I think it was they do their run of animated movies, which are really good. I think the first one was Superman Doomsday, and that was really, really good if you watch that. So it's basically Doomsday comes for no reason and just starts wrecking Metropolis. Superman fights him and dies. And then Superman comes back, but it turns out it's a clone, and then he fights the clone. But that was a really good movie. So the fact that they're gonna, it was annoying because they teased the Superman in that movie. Like there's this bit where he goes to Lex Luthor's underground base and he sees like all these clones of Superman, and there's one that's kind of young, and you think, well, that's clearly Superboy. So it's nice. It's nice that they're gonna finally do the second movie where it's gonna probably have Steel and a robot Superman and Superboy. And obviously Superman will come back in the black costume with the long hair,
like he was supposed to.
Yeah, Justice League. I'm talking about you. Yeah. So at least we'll get to see that. And if you do want to see Superman in the black costume, go watch Superman Doomsday until then, because because he's wearing it.
Yeah. Just watch the cartoons. Anything DC, just watch the cartoons. It's more.
I have to say, DC kills it when it comes to animated stuff. It's rare. It's rare where I dislike it. What their animated stuff. So
that's the only DC shit I co-sign is the animated stuff. Sorry,
comics
I'm not.
Don't disrespect the comics.
Yeah,
I'm not disrespecting the comics. I'm just saying. I'm just like in terms of animated. I'm like films, trash.
Marvel fans were excited for like your Infinity Wars, but like I said, there wouldn't even be a Thanos.
Yeah,
for
don't
DC.
stop. Look, shush. Okay.
There wouldn't even be Thanos if it weren't for DC.
You got the comics.
Oh, at least we're doing it.
Hang on. Actually, there wouldn't even be a Deadpool if it weren't for Slade Wilson. Let me just put out there.
I don't care. Deadpool's kicking ass.
So if you want to read some Death of Superman.
Yeah.
Read Superman, the Death of Superman. That's the
because DC they just originate,
That's Action Comics issue 18 to 20, Adventures of Superman, issue 496 to 498, Superman 73 to 75, and Man of Steel 17 to 90. In other news, Rick and Morty may not be getting in season 4.
It's because Fox can't handle Rick and Morty.
Fox need to just, like, I swear, if Disney don't buy Fox or someone, please, I beg. How are you gonna not do Rick and Morty? How? How is this possible?
Does anyone know what's happening?
What?
It's so bizarre.
Basically, they just want some money, really. That's all it is. It just comes down to
give them the money.
Dan Harmon and Justin Nolan. Yeah. Basically, it's it happened to another series as well, actually, where it kind of just blew up and they weren't prepared for it. So all the rights or all the money was in merchandising or something. I heard something like that. And, basically, it just blew up and they weren't prepared and they didn't really get paid. So and that's why one series ended up dead in the water and didn't continue. But it sounds like it's the same thing with this. Like season 4, it's blown up, and it just seems like they don't want to pay them.
Why?
This is an appeal on behalf of Rick and Morty. Netflix,
thank you.
Netflix, please buy it so we can
please
buy Rick and Morty.
Netflix, come on.
Yeah.
Please. Or if no one buys Rick and Morty, just put it, fam, like the creators of Rick and Morty, just put it on DVD, USB, something. I don't know, Dropbox. We'll buy it. We'll pay you, innit? We'll pay you to watch this shit. Of course. You know what I mean? Just be like, this is the link. This is how much it is. We'll pay for it because Rick and Morty.
Getting the DC streaming service just so I can watch Young Justice because that got cancelled unceremoniously and they're bringing it back. So.
Yeah, but that was due to the fans wanting it back. Yeah.
Okay, everybody, we need to go on Twitter and Rick and Morty hashtag.
I don't think hypothetically, if it doesn't get renewed, I don't think it'll be the end of Rick and Morty. It's big. It's
no, it is really big. They will do it. They will have to.
It'll be.
It's all hypothetical. It's all hearsay. What I'm saying. It's not 100% definite, but it sounds like it.
Yeah, it'll be the dumbest thing for Adult Swim not to renew that out of spite.
Exactly.
What are you doing with yourself? Because.
But there was that other
Bob's Burgers. I don't think so.
There was that other series. I can't remember the name of it because I didn't watch it. But
what was it?
Describe it. It was like some kid, and he's got like a friend with him, but the legs are really tall and the body's really short and they're kind of square looking. There's bags and stuff on them. Adventure Time. That's it.
Yeah. What?
Oh
I was like,
I think was it that got cancelled?
I don't know if it's been. I mean, the show itself, I think, has ended off. But I haven't. I'm so behind on that. But I think it ended properly.
Oh, okay. It might have been something else. I can't remember.
Yeah, that show was huge. So,
yeah,
that show was way too big, boy. That was good though. It was funny.
So, I love Adventure Time. Speaking of big shows, big movies, Matrix cinematic universe plans. Screenwriter Zach Penn, he spoke to Screen Rant and said that he wants to revive The Matrix and not reboot it. So that's basically, he wants to just carry on the mythos of it, which kind of, it sounds interesting.
I mean, I'll tell you this, it will be a CGI fest. Who do you like your CGI? 2018 or futuristic onwards Matrix movie will be a CGI fest.
Yeah.
You liked it where Trinity was. Imagine that.
Yeah.
I was like, but what kind of story would you do? Like, are you gonna now talk about the young kids? Are they gonna come? Yeah, it is that. I mean, like, there's different avenues you can go into. Like, obviously, because Morpheus is still alive, and you've got all of them people that he's looking after. Are the robots going to go back on their word? You know what I mean? There's different angles that you can go into. You know what I mean? But I'm just like, okay, you can't now make it into one single person as like, I don't think, as the catalyst. I think it has to be like a group thing where it has to be like a team. Like, so you've got the young'uns who have come up and been like, we're not Neo, but we, like you said, we carry on the Neo ethos of trying to like wake up everybody.
They could even do before Neo because there was more than one. Yeah, there was more than one. I don't even know how to say that sentence. There were
that was right.
Before previous ones. There were
more than one.
They could explore that, is what I'm trying to say.
Yeah.
So there's that avenue.
There's so many different things they can do.
The oracles they could explore.
Yeah. I just hope they don't do a prequel or anything like that.
Oh my god,
that'll be.
Please don't.
I can't stand prequels. But speaking of
prequel, will be the first thing they'll do. To be honest,
I mean they should do. And this is I watched the first episode of Krypton as well, which isn't actually too bad. It's not too bad. But saying that, it's I'd rather they went the route of how Arrow went or does do their thing. If they're going to do prequels, do something that's not a prequel, but you have a current story that's going on.
It shows flashbacks.
And then it shows flashbacks of what happened or how you came to this point. Because I just don't see prequels ever doing anything because you know what the story is.
Yeah.
It's
like,
Rogue One.
Like, I think the best I think the best film that's I think done something where it's a continuation. Well, not best, but it was really good.
Terminator.
Like Born near that. But Born Ultimatum or Born
one of the
whatever.
Born,
yeah. So like you did Born and then you had Born Ultimatum or whatever. And it was like this guy's story of being like an agent. But then it tied in with my man's at the same time. And I was like, that's how you do something, and like
I think that's
well.
Because that's it's on the same kind of same kind of film, but because it's not about that actual character. It's not that character when he was younger or anything like that. You can kind of slap it in. But I mean, when you're doing characters that you already know about, and you know how they're not dead yet, it's just. And I'd rather them do a Matrix where it's in the future or 20 years after Neo. And then during the series, they'll go back and tell stories about how the aliens came or the machines took over, and
or just do stories of like, you remember when he
anthology,
was fighting this or kind of thing. So but we'll see how that goes.
We'll see. So Indiana Jones, a quick news on that. That starts production in the UK actually next April. So it's set to release on July 20th, 2020.
Okay.
And Harrison Ford will return as well.
I find it so strange that he is so about playing Indiana Jones, but he cannot stand Han Solo.
I know.
I feel like they're more or less. Thank you. I was just about to say that. I feel like they're the same fucking character. One's in space, one's not. Like, I'm just like.
It's so bizarre. And let's be real. Raiders of the Lost Ark is the only one you need to watch.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All the other films are just dead.
Yeah. I liked a couple of them. I think the Raiders of the Lost Ark was when they went.
The faces melt.
Yeah. That one's a good one.
That was the best one.
That was
the best one.
Yeah. Anyway.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah. So, and he won't be killed off as well. So you know how Harrison Ford is going back to all these old school characters and he keeps dying.
I think he just spoiled Blade Runner for me, but all right, cool. Cool. So,
Rich is like, okay.
Cool.
Or did I?
Or did I?
Or did I?
Or does he?
How can you not see Blade Runner yet?
I haven't seen it yet.
How could you have not seen it yet?
Because I wanted to watch the old one again, so it was fresh in my head, and then time.
Dude.
Yeah. That's
Dude,
cool.
Just watch a recap, or you don't need to rewatch it, man. That's the lame excuse. Cool. Anyway,
son, it's my uncle.
Did you watch Dragon Ball Super?
Yes.
No, I haven't watched it yet.
Oh my days. Oh my days.
I know, I heard
I'm so glad I watched it. It was my brother who said he wanted to watch it because I was gonna wait for Dragon Ball Super to be all done in English and watch it in English because I can't.
Why?
Hang on a sec. Because I can't stand it. Let me explain. I'm trying to tell you. I'm there trying to tell you. Anyway.
That's why you want to watch Dragon Ball in Japanese. You can hear the squeaky noise of Goku.
I can't stand it. It's one thing Goku being a grown man and having a child's voice, but then his son who's a grown man has a child's voice, and then his son has a child, and then Krillin it's too much. But It was my brother who said the reason he wanted to watch it now is because he wanted to be there when everything happens. Remember, when we saw Dragon Ball Z, we almost kind of knew what was going to happen. So that's when I started watching it, and I'm so glad I watched it. Like, I'm so glad I was there
banging
when it happened. Like, what?
Yeah, I've
you can spoil it for me if you want. I don't mind. I'm gonna watch it anyway, and I still love Dragon Ball Z.
I can't believe they killed off Krillin for good.
Hey, what?
I'm joking.
My question would after that would have been: he's still alive? I'm sure he's dead anyway. He's dead, right?
I was like, wait. I can't breathe. Oh my days, too funny.
No.
Oh my days.
That was. You know what? I loved what they did with it. I don't want to spoil it because you haven't seen it. I'd rather you watch it and just. Well.
Okay.
Android 17. Frieza.
I heard some people came back.
Yeah. Frieza and Android 17. They just handled business. Like, and Vegeta. Like Vegeta's little.
I saw a clip of Vegeta. I saw a clip where he was just like, man's just not going anywhere. Like, man's just like, I'm not dying in it. I'm not. I was like,
that was probably that bit that I put up on Instagram the other day.
All right, so
yeah.
So did you watch all of Super then?
Yeah, I've seen
all of it. So I haven't watched any of it.
Oh.
Would you recommend me watch it from the start, or are there certain?
No. So the way to watch Super is watch Dragon Ball Z movie Battle of the Gods. Watch that movie because you don't need to watch the saga on that they did in Dragon Ball Super because waste. And then watch.
But watch it anyway, just because Dragon Ball.
No, and then watch Dragon Ball Resurrection F movie because that was sick as well, and you don't need to watch the saga of that again because.
What's that? Dragon Ball
Resurrection F is when they bring back Frieza.
Okay.
And that's where it becomes. So you watch those two movies, and then you watch the sagas after that.
So are those movies in between the Super? Or
basically it's because they knew they were going to bring back Dragon Ball as an animated series, and they started off with Battle of the Gods.
Right. Okay.
And then they did Dragon Ball Resurrection F like a year or so afterwards, and then they brought out Super. And the annoying thing about Super is like the animation's a bit crappy in the beginning. And again, it's just the thing is, for example, in Dragon Ball Resurrection F with Frieza. Everybody is a badass in the movie. Everyone's a badass. Krillin's a badass. Piccolo's a badass. Gohan's a badass, even though he's a bit disappointing in the beginning.
That name.
But then when you see the scenes, for example, Krillin just shaves his head and goes into battle because he knows Frieza's there. In the animated series, he's all, oh no, I don't know if I can do it. I'm not strong enough. And you're like, what? In the movie, you were just bodying people. You didn't care. And it's like, which way do you want to see Krillin be? Do you get what I mean?
Yeah.
I would just recommend watching those two movies and then watch the sagas that take place after those movies.
Okay.
I just think it's best.
Where did you watch it?
I forgot what the site's called.
Yeah, so
I traveled to Japan and I watched it legally.
There you go.
Yeah, moving on.
But no, it's worth a watch. If you're going to watch Dragon Ball Super, it is worth a watch. They got some really cool new characters. Like Hit's a really good character. It's great that they bring back Frieza. Beerus is a great character. Jiren and Toppo were two of my favorites. And new Saiyans. If you like your Super Saiyans, there's some new ones in there. So
Super God, Super Saiyan 5.
No, not like the actual transformations, but actual Saiyans.
Right.
The whole thing with Dragon Ball Super, it's like it's different universes. So
okay.
Yeah,
so that explains Goku Black then.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
okay.
I'll let you watch it.
Interesting.
It is worth a watch, and it's actually a fun watch. It can be frustrating. It can be frustrating, but Dragon Ball Z was frustrating.
Yeah, but that's the thing. That's the reason why I quit. That's the main reason why I quit Dragon Ball, because you watch it and you are waiting days and days and days for fights to start, and then you're waiting for days and days and days for punches to be thrown.
Yeah,
So,
just I will say when Dragon Ball Super gets into fights, they get into it, if that makes sense.
but how long does it take to get into it?
Well, the thing is, for example, they did the Tournament of Power, which was the last arc,
Right.
and because it was like a free-for-all battle, they would just kind of focus on different fights.
Right. Okay.
Each episode, so you might see Goku fighting this girl Saiyan in one episode, and the fight might not end in that episode, but in the next episode, it's like, okay, let's see what Piccolo and Gohan are up to.
Oh, okay then.
Do you get what I mean? So it's not Goku fighting this one girl through this. Do you get what I mean?
Yeah.
There's so many people to fuck. They just go doom. And what I like about Dragon Ball Super is that it goes back to its traditional roots of Dragon Ball, where a lot of its tournaments, because they had two tournaments in Dragon Ball Super, which were quite long as well. So it's worth watch. But watch those two movies first because they're really good, and then continue from after those arcs. And
cool. Yeah,
that's my recommendation anyway.
All right, yeah, I'll get on that.
And, this arc was sick. The it had its moments where I'm like, oh god, no, but bear with it. It's Dragon Ball. It's like that. Even a lot of anime is like that sometimes, especially fighting enemies.
Yeah.
You're like, oh, come on, let's keep this moving. But
all right.
Yeah, I'm hoping that they do another series. I really do. Dragon Ball Ultra, bring it.
In other news, with comic side of stuff, Scott Snyder is officially writing Justice League. And this Justice League is going to take place after Metal.
Yeah.
That was not high-lived. No,
it's not that. No, go on, Rich.
He said so. I haven't read Metal, which bad for me. But from what I heard, he was saying on DC All Access is that the way that Metal ends, it kind of opens up the DC universe.
Yeah.
To different elements, and what he did was he spoke to a lot of the writers and artists and said that he wants to go into this direction, and everyone was cool with it. So basically, after Metal's done, DC universe is going to be massive, and they're going to have different teams. I think that he was saying, with different characters to do different things. Can you explain it better than I can?
Not really, because I'm just going by the article. So it's what I gather. He's got separate teams, and the way he wanted to do it is that he didn't want it to be the traditional people who get together that usually get together and they know how to work together.
Right.
So for example, I think there's one team where he's got Superman and Brainiac and Starro or something like that.
And Starro.
Okay.
Starro, yeah. So like these are usually like villains who are like, or not villains, enemies. They're enemies that are usually fighting each other. But because of apparently Brainiac comes to Superman in the Justice League and is like, all the stuff that you did in Metal, you've opened up threats that you didn't even know existed because of this. And now my planet is in danger. You and the League need to come and help fix this.
Right.
And,
okay.
So you got teams like, for example, one team is Superman, Starfire, the Martian Manhunter, who also they all know each other, but they don't usually work together. Like Starfire and Superman is, do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
She's a Titan and he's Justice League. And you've got John Jones, Martian Manhunter, who's usually part of Justice League International. Is it? No, in current comics, he's part of Justice League of America, which is Amanda Waller's team. And
okay.
Yeah, Amanda Waller started her own Justice League to kind of be like official legal Justice League, and should
under government control.
Yeah, so should the Justice League go rogue or whatever, or do something she doesn't like, she has her own team to go.
Oh, she's got a Martian Manhunter in that team as well.
He's the leader as well, and
I
I don't know if you don't know this, but he's just as, if not more powerful than Superman. And
I know that.
Man himself is. I know that. And then you've got Starro and Sinestro on the team. You know, Sinestro. The leader of the Sinestro Corps, and you've got Starro, who's just like a mind-altering alien villain. So these are the kind of teams that have been put together to kind of battle whatever this threat is.
So everyone's coming together, basically. All the bad guys and
everyone,
good guys
all the
are working together.
You got another team.
Sick, man.
You got another team that's like Cyborg, Flash, Barry Allen Flash, Damian Wayne, and Harley Quinn. Like that's the most mismatch.
For real.
So
it's a good way to shake things up, though.
Yeah, definitely.
It's a really clever team, and the teams. I'm not going to go into all the names. Or each team has like a different name. Like there's like a Mystic team and an Earth team and a ground and you know what I mean. So you got Team Mystery, which is Superman, Starro, and Sinestro, and apparently Lex Luthor and Batman are on the team as well.
Oh, really? Together? Or...
Yeah, I think together. Unless I misread that, but that's kind of funny in itself because if you go to read DC's Doomsday Clock. Where they come and they're like, we need to find the smartest men on Earth. One goes to Lex Luthor, who's the smartest, and then was it Rorschach who went to Bruce Wayne, who's the second smartest. So imagine this team where you've got the two smartest people in the world. So Batman is Batman. He does not take second to anybody. And then there's Lex Luthor, who pretty much has a god complex. Do you know what I mean? So these teams, it looks like it will be a lot of fun, probably just for the writers to write them. So it looks like it will be an interesting storyline. I think it
does really look interesting.
Yeah. And I'm kind of glad that, because if you're reading Doomsday Clock, you can tell that it takes place after Metal. Heroes are kind of dealing with what's happened after Metal. But it's nice to have a direct storyline with the Justice League, with all these different teams. That is the consequences of
what they did
in Metal. So this looks like it'll be a lot of fun.
Well done.
I'll be reading it.
Nice.
It seems like a lot of fun.
Might have to jump on.
One thing that Snyder said is that apparently with this aftermath, a lot of writers from other comics, like I'm guessing Titans and Teen Titans and other DC comics, came to him and said, we want to be part of this. We want to be part of this team. So this is why they're doing this storyline where they're just mixing all these different teams and these different villains and different heroes to kind of make this huge event, which is
sounds awesome, man. It does sound like it's going to be another epic event.
I have to say, I love summertime when it comes to DC comics. I really do. They put out some ill comics. They really do. So I'm gonna be broke this summer.
Man. Oh my days.
All right. So the other news that we've got is the Teen Titans special. You wanted to speak about that last week, right? Special issue 1 by Adam Glass.
Yeah, I want to read that. I don't know when it's out.
It should be out in June the 27th. Yeah. So you got Teen Titans special, and these are one shots actually.
Yeah.
And a Titans special as well. So the Teen Titans will be written by Adam Glass, art by Robson Rocker,
and others.
Trevor Scott. And Titans special will be written by Dan Abnett and art by Paul. Sorry.
He writes Titans anyway. I don't know who writes Titans, but Dan Abnett writes Titans. So at least it's a writer that like he's handling. It's the property that he handles, so it should be really good.
Right.
And I love Titans. I think that I don't know if they're canceling these books, but something's happening with Titans, and I think the team is actually breaking up because even where I'm at now in the storyline that I'm reading, the team is disbanded. So
why?
Basically, Donna Troy, the original Wonder Woman, a version of her came from the future, and
as you do,
she's evil. She's evil, and then present Donna Troy is like, no, I'll never become that. So they will take her down, and then Black Kid Flash, Black Wally West, just kind of wanders in, and then Ginger Wally West is like, hey, go get help. So we go against the Justice League. By the time Kid Flash and the Justice League have shown up, they've defeated Donna Troy, the future Donna Troy. And the Justice League is like, we're putting you on detention. Like, they've taken Donna Troy and they've got her on a watchtower on that they're kind of looking after her. They're saying that that they're helping her, but to me they just put her on a space prison with her being massive up. And Batman was saying how he was disappointed in how Dick Grayson was acting as a leader. So they're thinking the Justice League's like, we're gonna just disband you guys until we decide that you guys are ready to be heroes again.
Okay.
This is actually one thing I love about DC is the whole generations thing. I've said it before.
Yeah.
Because they're like, you know, we're not kids anymore. We're not the Teen Titans. We're the Titans. You don't tell us what to do.
Yeah.
You don't tell us what to do. And they're like, no, we do. You know, because when we're gone, you're going to be the ones taking over for us. So we need to make sure that you're getting it right. So it's like taking over the family business with these lot. And not saying.
Oh. Hello?
Breaking
up. Well, yeah, he said it's like taking over family business. And then, you know, the content was so good, he had to have radio silence for a moment. So I just feel like it's okay.
So yeah, he is right though. I think DC handles their younger generation a lot better than Marvel does.
Oh my god, yeah, 10 times better than Marvel. Like everybody's just recycled with Marvel. That's one thing. I think that's definitely one thing Marvel needs to take from DC is that you know what I mean, the evolution of your characters.
Yeah.
Like, yes, you can kill them off or whatever, but they have to have some sort of epicenter where it's like I'm passing. And he's back. So, like you have to pass the torch on, kind of thing. So
yeah. I think he's back. He comes in and out.
Well, he'll be back in a minute. It's just fine. But go on. What's next?
So I was gonna go over. I was gonna ask Kay to see what comics he's been reading. He's back. Yo.
Okay.
I can't hear.
Yeah.
Can
you not hear me?
Oh no, we can hear you.
We can hear you.
Oh, sorry, I had to go and come back.
Yeah, that's cool.
I actually didn't. There was technical difficulties, but sorry about that.
So I was going to ask actually before you left. When you was finished, did you read anything? Is anyone read anything this week?
The last thing I've read was Batman White Knight. But it was, to be honest, it was a week ago. I haven't read anything
about a week ago.
Fresh.
Yeah.
But that was a bloody great issue of White Knight, if I can remember what happened. I know that Batman is wanted by the police now. It's that deep. Oh my god, the ending of it. Did you read it?
No, I haven't. I didn't have the chance to.
I was just about to give a major spoiler. It was really good. Because
the spoiler, man. It's been a week. I should have read it.
There's two Harley Quinns. There's like the one that I called the 90s cartoon Harley Quinn, and then you've got the Margot Robbie Harley Quinn. That's what I call it. And the Margot Robbie Harley Quinn has now become Neo Joker, and she's trying to basically cause her own kind of chaos in Gotham to lure out Jack Napier's inner Joker. And I'll just go into the ending. I'm not going to go away because we're running out of time. But what she does is that she steals this freeze ray. I think that Mr. Freeze made. The reason I can't remember right now because I'm just a bit frazzled. And what she does is she writes like a huge message on like a Gotham City skyscrapers in ice that says something like "Bring me the Joker," and they will see it. So Jack Napier, Dick Grayson, Barbara Gordon, and the rest of the police, Commissioner Gordon, are in the office, and they see it, and Jack Napier just goes nuts, and he just for no reason just turns into the Joker. That's
really?
I was like, oh my god. What is the next one going to be?
Yeah, because it has been weird, and I can't decide whether it was the pills that got him this way or whether he's actually playing a game.
I'm not sure.
He's playing. He's playing them. I have a feeling
I feel like he's playing a game, but there was times where who is he having a conversation with? It made it seem like, no, I'm not gonna go back to being a Joker because I'm not that person. The pills are because original Harley Quinn was saying to him, "You're taking too many of those pills."
Yeah.
And then he's like, "Well, I need these pills so that I don't revert back to him." And then like that, he was still taking the pills like that, and he reverts back. So it does make you think: was he playing a game? Was he waiting for something so big that makes him think, right now it's my time to get in there?
I don't know. It was
really good. There was a scene actually where because he was getting trained by Harley Quinn because he wanted to take have a one-on-one fight Batman. Yeah, and he actually fought him and won. It was like, I wasn't sure how I felt about that.
Oh, I need to catch up, man. I do need to catch up on that.
I really don't want to spoil it too much. Like, I've given you the big bit of it, which is still to read. But it was a really good read, and I don't know if they've got one issue left or two, or maybe more. But it's nearing its climactic.
Yeah.
And
right.
It's funny because with Batman, he's like, he got into an argument with someone. He's like, can't anyone else see that he's just playing a game, like what you said?
Yeah, he was talking to Harley. He was talking to Harley, and he was talking to Harley Quinn, and I think the Joker was listening in, and she was saying, he's really changed, and the only reason she said something like I can't remember what she said, but when he left and the Joker came up and she was being serious, she was like, I was being honest. I was being serious, you know. I really can't remember what she said. It was something a bit deep.
It was a good read, but Batman seems to be the only one who's like, he's obsessed at this point with trying to prove everyone wrong, but everyone's turned on him.
That's the thing. That's why I like the book, because when you're reading it, it actually does. When you're reading it, you're like, Batman is a bit psycho.
Yeah, you kind of follow suit.
Yeah, you're like, he is obsessed with the Joker. It's like,
but he's probably right. That's the thing.
Yeah,
he's probably
right. Have they ever done
a
thing where? Sorry, have they ever done a thing where they flipped it on their head and like Joker has become Batman?
Well, that's the thing. That's exactly.
Batman is now going to be Joker.
Well, that's how it is. That's how it is. That's how it's kind of, because basically what it is, he has become smart. He's not in prison. He was in prison, but then he got smart. He was reading. And he became his own lawyer, and basically he got himself out. So he's not being a Joker or laughing and messing about and stuff. He's actually being like clear-minded and doing things in a legal way.
Okay.
Yeah, what's happened is that he's become like a Batman, that because he brought Batmobiles to Gotham Police Department. So he's the Joker, that is. He's given them tech so that they can have their own Batmobiles. He has Nightwing and Barbara Gordon, who is Batgirl, and Batgirl and Nightwing on the team. So he's just in a sense become Batman, and now they are chasing Batman.
Yeah.
And now Batman is the one who's crazy and who's causing all the destruction in Gotham. So they've kind of, it's actually good. They actually have switched it.
Yeah.
To the even where you the reader is like, man, Batman has gone nuts.
Yeah, for real.
I'm just waiting for it to go full circle, and even us as the reader, everyone's gonna feel guilty that they turn their backs on Batman. Including the reader. Written so well that the reader is gonna feel bad.
That's crazy. Did you read Saga?
No.
Saga in a while.
Why? I just have to say, Saga's like, it's getting to a point now where it's just like, can you not do no wrong, in a sense? And you know when you're just like, are you gonna fall off at any point? Like, Saga's getting to that point, but I'm slightly becoming more biased because I was rereading my East of West, and I was like, nah, East of West is here, and Saga's just like right here. I was like, I need East of West back, people. So Image, come on, just drop the East of West, please, because that's just got all the flavor. But if you're reading Saga, if you get a chance to read, because like again, like they keep
I think
shipping.
Issue 50 dropped today, didn't it?
Yeah, I need to go get that one. I need to go get that one. But Just very good, very good, very good.
I was gonna do Thanos because that was a dope series, but because we talked about Silver Surfer earlier, I'm gonna talk about Thor quickly. The mighty Thor. The death of the mighty Thor. Basically, this is the not the final episode or the final issue, but this issue, Thor's dead. Basically, she died.
Oh, she did die in the end. Okay.
So yeah, I mean, we've been waiting for her to die for so long now, and even when she picked up the hammer, or we knew it was her, you kind of knew it was gonna come. So everyone's been waiting, and it was a sick issue, man. It was pretty dope. She kicked ass, took names, and saved the day, man.
Okay, so that's what you want Thor to do. Come on now.
Yeah, I mean, she was fighting against Mangog. It starts off with a little flashback of when she first actually picked up the hammer. And it's just touching, man. I honestly nearly cried when I finished watching it, because just the ending of it, even reading through it from the beginning to the end, because she's already got cancer, and she's like, well, the world can't survive without a Thor. So she's on the moon, or she's in Asgard talking to Heimdall. And basically, he takes her to the far side of the moon where the hammer was, where Thor lost it. And then she picks it up. Obviously, she becomes worthy, and she's Lady Thor. But then later on, it's the artwork in this is just crazy good, man. And you can actually feel the blows and I definitely recommend Jason Aaron's run on Thor if you can get it.
So many, and he's been doing it for years as well.
Yeah, it's just the whole build up of it. Like
I know. I remember you saying like it's
from when he started with God Butcher all the way up until now. Because even God Butcher, his first arc was pretty much about the gods not being there for their subjects, for their people. And that's how Sugar, I forgot his name, but his family died, and basically he went on a mission to kill the gods because they let him down. And even from then up until now, with Jane, she's fighting because the Mangog's basically come back. And if you don't know Mangog, he's born out of 1 million dying souls of the planet, and he just lives to get rid of the gods or get rid of the Asgardians. So he comes to Asgard, and he's busting up Odin and Thor. Obviously, Thor hasn't got his hammer. Odin's son hasn't got his hammer, so he's wrecking them. He pretty much demolishes Asgard, and Jane, it's the last time she can pick up the hammer, because she's already been told the next time she picks it up she's gonna die. But she basically picks it up and comes and saves the day. True hero, and she does it pretty well as well. She really does do it pretty well. But then obviously you got the climax, and just read it, man. Read it. I'm rambling.
Today's top pick.
Do you know, I think it's a shame that, because I don't know if you guys read, when they did Secret Wars, what was it, in 2015?
Yeah.
And they had Battle World. Yeah. So, they had like the fours. I don't know if you read Secret Wars 4s, where they had
different ones. Yeah.
Like Odin's son, then you had Ultimate Four, then you had Jane Foster 4 was there. They even had the Group 4, and that was a really good graphic novel. That was a really good.
Yeah, story. That was really good.
I'm just thinking it's a shame that we couldn't. Because the only reason they've killed her off is just to eventually give Odin's son back
his hammer.
And I just think it's a shame that why couldn't we have 2 4s if they were going to bring. I mean, it's just like they could have done.
Yeah, they could. I do like
Procreate. And then like she's got at least a little legacy there, you know.
A little baby foal running around.
In there you go.
I do like it, and I think it can be one of those epics if they just leave her dead. It can be one of those where it's like, you know, Jean Grey died for many years. I think they should definitely leave her gone for as long as they can.
Now that they've done it this way, I agree. Just leave her there because she's got a huge fan base. The stories were great from what I've been told. And just leave it there. I think
just leave it. Just leave it. And because Jason Aaron's done now, he's done on Thor. What is he taking up? I think it's not Captain.
I forget. I remember we had it on the list last time.
Yeah, we did. I can't remember where
it's not Spider-Man.
He's taking something.
Yeah, I can't remember right now, but yeah, that's the end of his run. But man, if you can get the Omnibus or get all his runs, I'll definitely recommend that.
I've actually got God Butcher the one after that. I haven't read them yet. But I'll jump on those. I've got so many graphic novels to get.
Definitely.
It's too much reading to do. Way too much.
way too much. All right.
You're trying to keep current with all the other stuff. But anyway.
Exactly. All right, I think that's it.
Are we done? Oh my days.
We did it.
Issue 14.
We did it, everyone. Issue 14.
Woo! The Source Wall. Well, thank you for joining us. We're happy that you're back with us and we're back as well. And we will see you next week,
with
Wednesday,
some more
7:30-ish.
I tell you, we should get some t-shirts of that, man.
Please, 7:30-ish.
7:30-ish.
We should get the Source Wall 7:30-ish. Yeah, I like
that.
Yes.
So speaking of which, or thinking of which, we're going to be at London Comic Con. Just reminding you, we've said it before, we're saying it again. We're all going to be there.
We are all going to be there.
We're going to be there. So if you're there, come say hi. We'll probably say hi to you as well. We'll definitely say hi to you.
We will.
Tap you on the shoulder.
Might say hi to you. With your costumes.
We'll take pictures of you. We'll have discussions. We'll have maybe a little debate. Yeah, we'll have some fun.
Man.
It'll be good. So check us out, The Source Wall, and check out the rest of our pods on Insta.
Yeah, like, subscribe.
Yes, share.
We're on iTunes now as well. So if you're on iTunes, please give us some 5 stars or 4 stars. 5 stars will be preferred. And give us a review as well, a rating. You know, rating and reviews. And share us about to all your geeky friends.
Yes, please do.
Please do.
Legion.
We need the likes.
We need the likes. We need the likes. Have you lot got your Infinity War tickets? Yeah.
Yes. Yeah, I got mine.
I'll get there. It was fine.
They're good. I'm not bothered. Okay, cool. Yay!
Cool.
We'll see you next week.
Bye.
Bye.